We have merged. Ethereum went from proof of work to proof of stake just this morning on 15th of September, Thursday, which is pretty cool. There was a huge party at Ethereum Foundation with a huge call from everyone around the world, with Vitalik speaking and a bunch of other people speaking as well about the event. Now everything seems to be working fine. You can see on ultrasound money that everything merged, and moreover you can see how the supply changes since the merge, because right now with the change of the consensus mechanism and a bunch of other things that are changing as well, basically Ethereum becomes deflationary, or at least it can become deflationary, because it depends actually on how many people are staking and what is the usage of Ethereum at a given point of time. So there's this tweet by Bantek on Twitter saying that if there is the base fee of 15 GWei is the threshold, and above this threshold basically Ethereum is deflationary, below it it's inflationary. So that base and that threshold depends on how many ETH are staked. If there are more staked ETH, if there are more validators, then basically the threshold is going up, which means that it's harder to become deflationary for ETH, it becomes inflationary instead. So we're in this spot where depending on how many people are staking and depending on the usage, ETH is either deflationary or inflationary. So in the normal conditions, not in a bear market, this means that ETH will basically be deflationary, and the supply of ETH will be going down, which means that the price should be going up. However, we are in a bear market, which means ETH can become inflationary pretty quickly as well, at least to some point, because the overall usage of ETH will be below 15 GWei. So in the past couple of weeks, the average GWei usage was something around 5-10 GWei, so below the threshold that you can see. And the threshold can go, of course, up and down depending on how many validators up there, but I would rather expect that the number of validators will go up, which means that the threshold will go up itself, meaning that the ETH will be inflationary for some period of time. Pretty interesting as well. ETH right now is super volatile, so any trading is probably discouraged right now, because as you can see, those are huge upswings, downswings. It's going both directions. People are trying to figure out what's happening. Definitely there was this huge event of Merge happening, so you can see those candles going up and down, but it's super hard to say what's going to happen in the end, because you have many ingredients going into the price. So for example, on proof of work, you have miners that were mining and constantly selling ETH that they mined in order to cover costs and basically have profit on mining. So that kind of sell pressure went off. Right now you don't have any miners, you only have validators. But on the other hand, the main event that people were waiting for, that should cause euphoria, happened, and some people might bought ETH just for the event, just to sell it later, counting for the euphoria and then selling, shorting. So there are a bunch of things that are happening right now. Plus, we're of course in a major global economic crisis with still supply chain pretty much really in a bad shape, global economy in pretty bad shape, with the rates hiking up pretty much constantly. The inflation is still not curbed in any way. So there are a bunch of conditions going into the price and into the global factors that can cause Ethereum to actually go into both directions. So no one knows really what happens, but looking at the global outlook is not really, well, it's pretty dark, it's pretty grim. So it might also cause the price of Ethereum to go down in the short term, just because of the global conditions. So none of this is financial advice, of course. We're just celebrating the fact that ETH went from proof of work to proof of stake. So the amount of energy needed to maintain the blockchain really went down by around 99%. So no more arguments like Ethereum NFTs are really burning the planet and stuff like that. Those arguments are going away. NFTs on Ethereum are really climate mindful right now, so it's really important to note that because energy issues are important in general. So speaking about the Ethereum, definitely check it out on Twitter as well. So I reposted this with the commentary about this threshold. Check out the ultrasound money if you want to stay current to how many ETH is burned. As you can see, it's currently deflationary. Going down. You will have different statistics on the website, so the supply growth, issuance. So it's also interesting because some ETH will be burned, some new ETH will be issued, and you will have basically this ratio between how many is burned, how many is issued, making it either inflationary or deflationary. So it's really interesting to see that. As you can see, the projections for now are that the ETH in the end will become deflationary, and in 2222 there will be basically 1/3 of the current Ethereum. So in 200 years time, basically. Yeah, in the short term, it's much less obvious what will happen, but on the burn ultrasound.money you will have those bunch of statistics. I will post the link down below to make sure that you go to the right address, and of course if you want to trade on your own, with all the risks in mind, I don't really recommend it trading at this time, because you can go in both directions and you can pretty quickly get liquidated, especially if you're playing with leverage. So having said that, have fun. Merge has happened and it's really a great event. Thank you for watching, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next episode.